OpenClaw 5.3 just dropped and has a secret mode. There is a command hidden inside OpenClaw 5.3 that lets you reach into a running AI agent and change its mind mid-task. No restart, no cancel, no lost work. You just type one word and the agent rewrites its own plan in real time. The update dropped 2 days ago, and the official post barely mentions it. That alone should tell you something is off about how this release is being framed. Stay with me, because the deeper you go into 5.3, the more it looks like the team buried the most important features under a stability headline on purpose. I have been digging through this release since the moment it shipped, reading the patch notes line by line, cross-checking the docs against what actually runs, watching what people are saying online versus what the code is doing. And the gap between the two is wider than I expected for a release this fresh. The loud headline is stability and bug fixes. The quiet reality is that 3 specific changes, working together, turn OpenClaw from a hobby toy into a system you can actually run a business on. By the time we get to the third one, you will see why the people who already noticed it are not in a hurry to share. There is also one detail tucked inside the new file transfer system that opens up a workflow most creators have not figured out yet. And I will get to that, but only after you understand the setup. Quick pause, because this matters for what comes next. If you have been watching tools like OpenClaw and thinking, this is amazing, but I have no idea how to actually plug it into my own work or my clients, that is exactly the gap we close inside the AI Profit Boardroom. We walk through tools like OpenClaw 5.3 in plain language and show you how to save real hours every week by handing the boring parts of your business to agents. Research, scripts, client updates, content prep, all of it running in the background while you focus on the work that matters. The link is sitting in the description. Now, back to what they buried. Here is the simple version of what OpenClaw is, so we are on the same page. Picture a control room. You are in the middle. Around you are dozens of small workers. One handles your Discord, one runs your Telegram, one scrapes the web, one writes scripts, one generates video. OpenClaw is the room itself, the desks, the phone lines, the rules. Before 5.3, that room had loose wires everywhere. Plugins crashed at 3 a.m., Telegram replies vanished into wrong threads. Slack quietly rejected long messages and never told you. The gateway took forever to start, and sometimes it just refused. None of it was fatal. All of it made you look amateur in front of clients. That context matters because it tells you what kind of update 5.3 actually is. It is not a feature drop dressed up loud. It is a quiet admission that the foundation needed work, paired with 3 serious upgrades they barely advertised. And once you see them, you cannot unsee them. Here is the first buried thing. The plugin system has been completely rewired underneath. Install, update, uninstall, all of it. They tightened how plugins are checked. They cleaned up stale manifests and missing package directories. They hardened the ClawHub fallback so when something fails, it does not drag the entire agent down with it. The reason this matters more than it sounds is simple. Every serious agent workflow lives inside a plugin. Your messaging, your file handling, your video generation. If plugins crash, your business crashes. They fixed the floor, and almost every early reaction post is treating it like a footnote. It is not a footnote. It is the thing that lets the next 2 upgrades actually hold weight. The room itself got something new, and this is where it starts to feel like a leak. There is a brand new file transfer plugin built into 5.3. It moves files up to 16 megabytes between your agents and your channels, locked down by a strict path allow list, so nothing can wander into parts of your system it should not touch. 16 megabytes sounds small until you do the math. A script is a few kilobytes, a finished thumbnail is half a megabyte. A short video clip fits comfortably. Suddenly, your agent stops just typing words at you. It hands you finished assets, storyboards, voiceovers, cuts, reference frames. The handoff that used to need a human in the middle just disappears. That alone is a quiet revolution for anyone running content workflows. But here is the second buried piece, the one I genuinely think they undersold. It is called the steer command. You type /steer in the middle of a long-running task, and you can redirect the agent without killing it. Picture this. Your agent is 40 minutes into a 3-hour research job. You realize halfway through that you actually wanted a different angle. Old version, you cancel, you restart, you lose every minute of progress. New version, you steer, you nudge it, and it adjusts mid-flight. Pair that with the new progress streaming mode, where the agent shows you a live progress bar across whatever channel you are watching, and you finally have visibility plus control at the same time. That is the difference between hoping your agent is doing the right thing and actually directing it like a teammate. Most coverage of 5.3 is not even naming this command. That is wild to me. Now, here is the third thing, and this is the one I almost did not include because I want to keep it for paid members, but it would be dishonest to leave you without it. The file transfer plugin and the video generate tool are quietly designed to work together. The video generate tool accepts up to 9 images, 4 videos, and 3 audio files in a single call. It supports 3 modes: generate, which is text straight to video; image to video, which animates a still frame; and video to video, which transforms an existing clip into a different style or aspect ratio. Stack file transfer on top of all that, and you can build a chain that did not really exist a week ago. One agent researches a topic. A second agent writes a script and produces a thumbnail. That thumbnail moves through file transfer into the video generate tool in image to video mode, and it animates into an opening clip. End to end, no human dragging files around. The reason almost nobody is showing this yet is that the release is 2 days old and most people are still on the surface of the changelog. You are not on the surface anymore. Here is the part where I have to be straight with you, because too many channels pretend a release is perfect. OpenClaw 5.3 is not for everyone. Not yet. The release is 48 hours old. That is not enough time for the community to find every sharp edge. If you are running a critical production flow that is currently stable, do not update tonight just because of this video. Back up your config first. Spin up a test workspace. Let it run for a few days. Watch how it behaves under your real load before you migrate the live one. The other honest piece is the security tightening that came with this release. Plugin install is a little slower now because there are more checks. Some custom skills that ran fine before will throw warnings on unsafe code execution. That is a feature, not a bug, but if you have been getting away with sloppy plugins, you will feel it. Treat it as a forcing function to clean up your stack, not as a reason to stay on the old version forever. Now step back for a second and look at what all of this actually means, because the picture is bigger than one update. For 2 years now, the AI agent space has been chasing the same loud target: bigger models, flashier demos, new names every week. Meanwhile, the boring problem, the one that quietly kills every real business trying to use this stuff, has been reliability. Agents that lie, plugins that break, messages that vanish. OpenClaw 5.3 is one of the first updates I have seen that points the spotlight directly at that problem and says, fine, we will fix it, and then sneaks 3 serious power tools in the back door while everyone is reading the stability headline. The reason this matters right now and not next year is simple. The people who solve reliability first are the ones who get to sell agents to actual clients. Everyone else is still doing demos. If you are even thinking about building agent-based services, this is the version that lets you stop apologizing and start charging. And the people who notice the steer command, the file transfer plugin, and the video generate chain inside the first week of release are the people who get a head start. The rest will spend months trying to catch up to. If you only take one thing from this video, take this. The most important features in any release are almost never the ones in the headline. They are the ones the team quietly slips in and lets you discover. You just discovered 3 of them. Before you click off, let me give you the next step. If this kind of breakdown is useful and you want the full process behind it, the SOPs, the agent templates, and over 100 AI use cases just like this one, come join us inside the AI Success Lab. It is our free community, 67,000 members deep, and it is where people are actually building this stuff and trading what works. The link is in the comments and the description. And if you want to take it further and plug OpenClaw-style automation directly into your own work or your business, that is exactly what we do inside the AI Profit Boardroom. Same link area, you cannot miss it. So tell me in the comments, which of the 3 buried features are you going to test first? The file transfer plugin, the steer command, or the video generate chain? I read every reply, and I am genuinely curious which one lands hardest 48 hours into this release. And remember, the loudest part of any release is rarely the most important part. The team buried the good stuff. You just dug it up.